video is going to be a drugstore haul. I have been seeing a lot of people posting on YouTube how fantastic certain items from the drugstore is. In Canada, I find that our items in the drugstore are not as good priced as our friends down south. I did find certain items on sale and I have been curious to try them. So today's look is all drugstore products. So I will go ahead and show you the items that I got and what I think about them and if I recommend them or not. I'm going to start off by saying that I do think for a younger audience that drugstore items are fantastic. There is no need to spend more money than necessary when you are just learning to play with makeup. And even if you are a more experienced user, I do find certain items in the drugstore fantastic. My theory when it comes to makeup or clothes is never discriminate against price or brand or anything like that. If you take some higher end items and some middle of the road items and some lower end items, you are always going to look fantastic and well put together, and nobody is ever going to know what item is cheaper and what item is more expensive. So that is my little secret that I'm sharing with you. So the first item that I have is this Maybelline Age Rewind Under Eye Concealer. I got it in the shade Illuminator. And what I don't like about drugstore items is that there is no tester, so you can't test it out. So essentially, if I would buy a color and it would be completely off from what I am, I'm losing $10. So for that reason, I decided to go with the Illuminator shade. And I must say, I have used this concealer 3 times now. I used it both over my foundation and under my foundation, and I do prefer it under my foundation. It is what I'm wearing today, and I am not wearing any concealer on top. I do find that it does cover and illuminate the under eye area quite nicely. So I am very happy with this item so far. Like I said, I've only used it 3 times, but so far, so good. The next item is L'Oreal True Match. I have it in the shade Nude Beige W3. When I first applied this foundation on, I thought, wow, this is so fantastic. But then I found later on in the day that this does make me quite oily and greasy, and I find that my pores just enlarge with this foundation. So if you are more on the drier side, I think that this foundation would be great for you. For me, I'm wearing it today. I do find it's a good match, but if I'm going to be out all day, I can't wear this foundation because I will be needing to touch up all the time, and I just don't find my skin looks as good as it does when I'm wearing other foundations. So I do like it, but not for my skin type. And this, I believe, is about $15 in drugstore if it's not on sale. For the blush and highlight, I am using what I got in my Ipsy bag. So it is drugstore price. I don't know other than online where you could go and pick these up. So this is again Model and Company in Cosmopolitan 1, and this is Pacifica in Ethereal. As an eye primer, I just used this NYX Jumbo eye pencil in Milk. I don't recall how much this is. I think it's about $5-6. I normally only use it when I really want a pop on my eyelid, but because I don't have any other eye primer, I decided to use this today. Now here's a funny story. For my lips, I decided that I want a coral lip pencil, and I also decided that I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I don't want to go into Sephora and find one that I like and spend $20+ or go into MAC and spend $19. I wanted one right now and I wanted it cheap. So I went into the drugstore. I must say, finding a coral lip pencil in a drugstore is not an easy task. So the only brand that I found that has one lip pencil in a coral color is Annabelle, and it was $4. So the price is fantastic. It is not creamy and smooth, but it does its job. So I wouldn't just be able to put this on my lips and leave the house. You do need a gloss or balm over it. But for $4, this color is fantastic. Look at that shade. That is the perfect coral color. So I love the color, I love the price. I really like this brand. So this is what I'm using on my lips. And on top of that, another thing that I absolutely love is the Maybelline Elixir. This shade is Breathtaking Apricot number 005. The first one I ever bought was at a L'Oreal sale, so it was like $2 or $3. I bought two of them. I bought a purple and I bought a nude. Decided to pick up another one. I think it was like $8 at Walmart. I love these. It has a nice scent. It applies nice and smooth, and I really like it. So now this is the shade swatched on my hand. As you can see, it's a little bit pinker than the coral pencil, but together I really like how it came out. So now for the eyes. This was my splurge. It was $15 at Walmart. I saw it and there was one shade that caught my eye, and that is why I decided to give it a try. It is the Physicians Formula eyeshadow in shimmer strips in Smoky Eye. The shade that caught my eye is this shade right here. I find that shade is really, really hard to work with. It looks like an eyeshadow, but it's kind of like cream. So when you put your brush, it just flakes up and it doesn't pick up on the brush. So I finally gave up and decided to apply it with my finger, and that's when it worked. So it's not very easy to work with, but it is a nice shade. The rest I found applied easier like a normal shadow would. I did use pretty much all of these shades. This in the crease, this in the outer corner. I use this in the inner corner. I use this on my bottom eye, and this all over the lid. This in the center of my lid. So I really wanted to use all of the shadows to see how they each work. And the only one that I had a lot of trouble with is the second shade right here, and ironically that is the reason why I got this palette. So I don't recommend this palette for $15. It is not easy to work with. The packaging is flimsy. So at the end of the video, I will show you a swatch of each of these on my hand. Another thing is that I do see a lot of fallout. I did apply my foundation first and then my eyeshadow, and I did clean up after, and already I see that my face is sparkly all over. It's a good thing that a little bit of sparkle never killed anybody, but at the same time I do understand people who don't want sparkle all over their face throughout the day. So that is my thoughts on this. This is the only item so far that I don't find worth. And the last item that I got is another Physicians Formula item, and it is the eyeliner and serum. I got it in the shade Ultra Black. I do find that this item is not as black as I would like. It is buildable though, and for this look, I feel like I could have used something darker and more striking. I think that this would be fantastic on a more neutral day, and if it indeed does boost your lashes with the serum, then it's worth a shot. I've only used this twice. I do find that it does get close to your lash line, so that's nice. It is a little bit hard to make a wing with this kind of tip pen. This I don't regret buying. This I'm more curious to see how it works. The fact that there's a serum in an eyeliner really intrigues me. I like when my makeup products has like nourishing properties and serums and things that are good for your skin, plus does what the makeup needs to do. So that is all for this drugstore makeup haul. I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe, and place in the comment section below some drugstore items that you absolutely love, or some items that you absolutely hate, or if there's any items